Hey guys, Dean here. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video from the usual personal finance and money style content, and we're going to shift focus onto what is the law of attraction. This is going to be a little bit of a mindfulness style video and just learning the general law, what it is and how you can personally apply it. This was super interesting for me when I read about it, and it was something which I was already subconsciously applying in my life, which I had no clue of, but it kind of gave me a little bit more of an understanding of how it works and how you can actually apply it in different situations. So let's run over it. So you've probably heard what the law of attraction is, or you've heard it mentioned somewhere, maybe on social media or just from word of mouth. Basically, for a good idea of learning what it is, it's actually outlined in the 2006 book by Rhonda Byrne, which is called The Secret. And this is also adapted into audio form, which you can also read as an audiobook, or I believe even as a movie, which was produced as some kind of drama film if you want to learn more about it. Now, I recommend listening to it on Audible, which is what I personally did, and if you go down in the description below, you can find my personal affiliate link to get an Audible 30-day free trial, and if you sign up there, you'll get 2 different book credits, which lets you get 2 free audiobooks on Audible without paying a single dime. So I'd recommend clicking that and downloading The Secret into your Audible library and listening to it, because it's a really good book which will teach you a lot more on this specific subject, and you should definitely go and listen to that after you finish this video. So it's all about the consensus of positive thoughts bring positive things into your life, whereas negative thoughts welcome negative things into your life. So depending how you think and what state of mind you're in, that's going to be how your life actually entails. So it's a pretty interesting theory. So think of it like karma in a sense, where if you put good out into the world, good will usually chase you back, and if you put bad out into the world, expect to be watching you back for a lifetime, because something bad will most likely happen to you as a result or effect of your personal actions. But in this situation, the law of attraction is more of a mental thing rather than a physical thing. So this is about thoughts rather than just actions, but it can also encase both things together. For an example, removing negative influences and things from your life can attract more positive things to take their place in the future. This could be negative influences such as things that you're doing, habits, people, actions which you're taking, and personal choices. Just a compendium of different things which entails negative influence. This law basically suggests people and things are attracted to each other. So think of it, the phrase like attracts like, and that's basically the key fundamental, meaning that people who are similar and things which are similar together, which can be grouped together in one, usually attract together. You should always maintain focus on being present and being positive within your own life in order to improve your own personal outcome. So let's go over how to use it. So I've made a few notes which I'm referring to throughout this video. So the first one is be grateful for what you have, and also don't always compare your situation to other people. For an example, I've found some success on my other YouTube channel, my main one, although I have had a few thoughts here and there that it's growing extremely slowly in comparison to other people, and it sometimes would feel like I was putting in a ton more work and effort and I was moving on a slower trajectory than my peers or competitors. Now, I reframed this and I just thought to myself, I'm extremely grateful for the position that I'm in and what I can actually do with my life due to this presence of having this channel, which is actually in the place of a normal job, for an example, that not everybody else can do. So first of all, I was extremely grateful for that. And the next step is to be present in the moment. So you need to visualize your goals and desires for the future, so what you want to achieve and what you want your future to look like in order to actually embody it to become true. And one thing which I was also doing, which is very important in the law of attraction, is I've always kept a positive mindset throughout everything. Now, I've had a lot of negative things happen to me and bad things which have actually happened, but I've always tried to maintain a positive outlook throughout these, and it's helped me get through a lot of bad times. It's always important to look for the positives in the situation or through a dark day. Learning how to identify or cut through negative thoughts and then reframe those negative events into a positive is extremely important in the law of attraction, and learning how to use it and embody it in your own lifestyle. This is basically a spiritual method that will help you be one with your own thoughts and focus inwards and change your own personal frequency to a different wavelength upon better positivity for an improved well-being. As your focus shifts to attaining a new reality and having the belief that it's possible that you can achieve any goal or thing that you set your mind to, it can generally have huge positive impacts upon your mental well-being, especially if you were in a very negative place before you actually applied it. It's basically just the basis of applying positive thoughts and willing things into your life. So let's go into the methods of practice and incorporating it. So the methods of practice, the first one I recommend is journaling to write down thoughts and feelings in order to help lean towards a state of optimism. And this is also to negate pessimism and promote optimism. This helps to crush those negative thought patterns, for an example, and it also gives you an idea of what you're thinking and feeling and putting that down into paper so you can better understand it. The next one is mood boards to lay out feelings and help to focus on goals and future achievements. This is really good, especially for things that you want to achieve in the future and more focus-driven events rather than just feelings, so you can lay down everything which you want to achieve and conquer and then work towards those. Me personally, the way that I apply this is I just make an annual or yearly goal list, and then I'll try and crush through as many of those as possible throughout the year, but this is just my personal way of applying this. And the next one, as another step of mindfulness, is to practice acceptance in order to accept a current potentially bad situation and then work on a better future and positive self-talk in order to prevent being overly critical of oneself, and then again to negate that negative mindset which we talked about before. So let's go over a few things which you need to remember which are intensely crucial for this. So goals, mindfulness, motivation, commitments to oneself, and the law as a whole is extremely important. You also need to have an understanding of one's timeline, aka your timeline. This is very important in my opinion, because if you compare yourself to other people's timelines and compare how you're moving to their trajectory, it's going to have a negative impact on you. For an example, some people get a job, get married, or make a lot of progress in one area way before other people and they're ahead of the game, whereas other people, it always seems like a constant effort to move towards the next thing. If you're that person who's moving a lot slower, it may have a negative thought pattern in your mind if you're comparing yourself to early high achievers, which is something which you should try to avoid doing. Remember, it's not always about speed, because in the fable, the tortoise always wins over the hare. You also need to understand your own personal challenges and things which will go head to head with you in the long run, and potentially, if you need it, the right support along the way. This could be a support system from friends or family who are supporting your goals, or just people to talk to as you go towards positivity and achieving those goals. So what can the law of attraction actually be used for, and what's it actually useful for? So it can be very useful to apply for many different situations or purposes in your life. So you can apply it to certain situations like manifesting love and new relationships, which is usually what a lot of people are credited for. Attracting money and wealth into your life, which is probably the number one focus and main use of this, and it's been very helpful for me personally with this. Although I'm not rich, it has helped me build my own career, which is completely removed from the standard 9-to-5 lifestyle, which has really helped me. And also improving your mental and physical well-being and achieve your goals. So this is something which I'm always working towards certain goals and mindsets, but it's definitely helped my mental well-being in always staying positive. This is just something which I was taught as I grew up to always be positive, but I've been unknowingly applying this, and the majority of you watching this video may have been doing this already. Increasing self-confidence and combating anxiety is probably one of the biggest things, because a lot of people struggle with these. And attracting a level of success and abundance which you have always wanted can also be another positive side effect of this. As for the self-confidence, it's mainly removing those negative thoughts, and if you're going towards a certain goal, for an example, right now I'm working towards certain gym goals, that can also help you physically and mentally as well. My personal success in applying this has been the success with my main channel, which is not this one, but it's more focused on video games and gaming videos, and I worked around 2 to 3 years to build that up so far, and always keeping positive when people told me it was a waste of time or impossible has helped me achieve a pretty good deal of success with that. That channel is near 100k subs right now, and it's doing pretty well. A lot of people told me just to quit, or it was a waste of time, or just keep it as a hobby, but I decided to push through, and while other people were working or trying to join school, I kept pushing through with that at home, and eventually I reached success with it. And if I hadn't made those personal sacrifices, I wouldn't be successful where I am today, and I wouldn't have the potential to grow and reach more success, hopefully in the next 5 years, if I keep applying myself. So hopefully you can use the fundamentals and lessons from the law of attraction and apply them in your own life. Like I said before, I would definitely look at some books which talk about this a little bit more in depth if you want to learn more. Me personally, I would recommend The Secret, which is a really great book. And like I said before, click that Audible trial link in my description of this video below, and you'll get 2 free audiobooks, and use one of them on The Secret because it's really worthwhile listening to if you don't want to read books. It's so much easier to listen to them. If this was useful to you in any way, let me know, and also tell me if you've applied this in your own life and how has it been successful for you. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more business and personal finance and personal development related videos, and I'll see you next time.